Hey, Myson Jones with Hoops University here, and I have 5 quick tips for those who are trying out for their school basketball team. If you are nervous, hopefully these tips help ease some of those nerves. One is completely natural to be nervous, but first and foremost, I want you to trust your preparation, especially if you have been training with us the last 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks. Trust your preparation, and you have earned the right to be confident, especially if you have a strength that you've been working on and focusing on during these training sessions. 2, focus on the win. If you guys remember, we talk about wins there. What's important now? W.I.N. So whenever you have a turnover or something doesn't go your way, remember to get back to playing where your feet are, because that will help you have better body language, which is very important, and it helps you to access all the skills you guys have actually been working on the last 4, 12, however many weeks. So focus on the win. Always bring yourself back, because you will lose focus. You will forget. You will think about that last play where you didn't shoot the ball well, you airball, you turned the ball over, or the future play where you're thinking about what happens if I go against this person, or what happens if the coach doesn't call me to be on this team. You got to bring yourself back to what you can control in playing where your feet are. So number 3 would be to compete. There is no substitute for competing, for diving on the floor for loose basketballs, for taking the charge, for crashing the boards, for those hustle plays, which ultimately help you to do number 2 better. So the harder you play, the more you compete, the easier it is for you to focus on what's going on in that present moment. So use the effort and the hard work. Don't play too hard, right? Don't run around 100 miles per hour with no purpose, with no intent. But play as hard as you can so that you can have an easier job focusing on what the task is at hand. Number 4, be loud. Like, call for ball, say I've got help, talk on screens. Coaches recognize that stuff. They need players who have that IQ, who have that EQ, and who look out for their teammates. So make sure you communicate, over communicate. You can't communicate enough when you are at the tryouts, because you will have the attention and the awareness on you, and coaches will talk about that. If nothing else, they will talk about how often you talk. And last but not least, listen. Make sure that you are listening to the coach's instructions. I'm telling you, coaches don't want to repeat the same thing 2 or 3 times, right? You already separate yourself from the others if you listen to those small details, those instructions that the coaches are giving you. So 5 things: trust your preparation, focus on what's important now, the win. Body language is very important. Make sure that you compete, be loud, and listen. Best of luck, and let me know the results. If you don't make the team, that's another story. We can talk about that later. But if you do, I want to hear about it. If you don't, I want to hear about it. I want to get your schedule so I can try to come support during your games. And thank you guys for being a part of the Hoops University fam.